How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. So, tonight I'm going to be speaking on basically what I want to see happen with the Juggalos and non-Juggalos here in Humboldt County. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out to the Church of the Three to hear me speak about what I'm trying to do for the community here in Eureka, and hopefully the rest of the world eventually, but who knows. I have a few items to speak on, and we'll try to keep it brief, but first I'd like to read part of Homies off of the shangra-la, Wraith Shangra-la. It starts out, "Let me ask you this about this life we live. Let me try to swerve some of this attention you give to them distant ass relatives over in Hampton, and if they really miss you so much, why don't they just call you then? If you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood make you think you have to love? Look, I probably love my family more than anybody here, but my homies are family too, third cousins, get out of here." The reason I read that was to help you understand that we as a church are a family and are here to help each other, and that's why I will first start off with a community cleanup effort. On the 30th of April, I'm going to be asking all the Juggalos and members of the community that want to help here in Humboldt County to come together at the gazebo at noon in order to help the city of Eureka get cleaned up. This will be the first of many community-oriented events I have in mind to help the county of Humboldt to realize that we're a family that is here to help rather than hinder the world. There are many lyrics that speak of helping out the world and changing your own destiny. Well, that's what I'm looking to do with our family, to help us change our destiny as a whole. We are good people, and we want to see those who don't realize this to see it rather than the bad news that we receive. Another agenda on my list is a canned food drive. The date has not been set or the location, but the main reason this event is going on my list is due to the fact that people here in Humboldt have many items of food that just get tossed or donated during the holidays. Well, there are people here starving each day of the year, not just during the holidays. Life goes on whether most people realize it or not. If we can reach out to the community and show them we can help, then maybe we'll gain a little more respect in the eyes of those who think we're only out to hinder rather than help. This then leads me on to my third agenda on the list, which is a community education on psychopathic records and Juggalos as a whole. This event hasn't been fully worked out just yet, but I'm hoping to do a weekly class or a workshop beginning out with the history and founding of psychopathic records, and continuing with lyrics from the original 6 Joker cards and the meanings behind the lyrics and how they are not as horrible as people think. I would also like to do a class or workshop for the Juggalos on what we're really supposed to do here and not do in this community that we live in. Both of these will have material and lyrics and such. And while talking to Carl, he mentioned a few items that he thought of, and I would mention here, such as a video on YouTube, kind of like a Q&A seminar. I'm fully supportive of this for many reasons. Another item I mentioned, it kind of tied in the canned food drive, but it involves us going to the Pine, Blue Heron, and Serenity motels in order to hand out food, whether it be just a sandwich and fruit or other food. And most of the events need no chipping, but this one might need a little donation until I can get other ways to get it donated fully. With these events, I will need help, and I'm going to ask anybody that would help me, whether it's from planning the events I mentioned or even helping me to brainstorm on other events, come talk to me. The church has always been supportive of Juggalos since even before I started to show up here. I would love to have the backing of the members of this church to help us support our community as a whole. If we come together as a whole and show this city that we can do what we can do when we come together, then maybe it will help open a few eyes rather than closing them. The All Faith's second tenet says, as individuals we can survive, but it takes a community working together to thrive. And that's what I'm trying to do with all the Juggalos and non-Juggalos in the community. I have a song by ABK. We played a song by him here before called Peace Pipe. This one's called Hey Y'all. It's off of Dirty History. It's basically telling us, take a look at what's going on around you and help change it to see where you're going. Basically, it's just a little video and song about, taking a look at your own life and doing what you think is right, and learning your wrongs from right. And I just want to thank you all for being open-minded and open-hearted, for allowing me to come up here, and hope to see you all out there when I do this. It's basically telling us, take a look at what's going on around you and help change it to see where you're going. It's basically telling us, change it to see where you're going. It's basically telling us, take a look at what's going on around you and help change it to see where you're going.